Marine Corps. I put that shit on everything. Time for a viral video. This is a California Air Tools quiet air compressor, and I've had it for a couple of years. Looks like it could use a little loving, but the bottom line is that all of this is just surface dust that has built up over time because this thing just basically does what it's supposed to do until it doesn't. This is our culprit right here. This little soft line has developed a little hole right there. So what we're going to do is replace it because we have more time than money. Let's go over how we're going to do this. We're going to take off this nut. I'm going to take off that one too. Those nuts are holding this hose on to a compression fitting right there, right? And so what we're going to do is disconnect it, read this line so that we can see what the actual part number is for that line, and go ahead and get that on order. And all right, looking good. We got one side disconnected there. I tell you, you want to talk about a pain in the tuchus? They got that thing awful close, man. You can barely get a good turn on it. It's not a good design. You know, it's an engineer design. It's something that a mechanic would have designed it a lot differently, a lot better. I mean, why couldn't they just, you know, like scoot this thing out just a little bit further? I don't know, but either way, that's kind of where we are. And look, this one here, oh gosh, it's even worse. Look how tight that is in there. Either way, let's go ahead and get that done. It's off. Look at there. Amazing. Look, oh, look, there's even little letters you can see on that thing. Oh, look, 8 by 5 millimeter. That looks like a D131. Either way, what's going on is, again, I don't want to replace this whole air compressor. It's a very good air compressor. And again, since right now I'm on spring break, looks like I got more time than money. So hopefully this thing here will be like $5-10. Air compressor itself is like, you know, $250-300. But either way, let's go ahead and get that taken care of. And oh yeah, ignore the fact that I'm using the bed of my truck as a kiln to dry wood. Now look, I'm not gonna lie to you, I've already done the research on this, and I know that this is the actual proper tubing to replace that there. And just confirm, I had already looked at the part number and saw that this was 8 by 5 millimeter. So inner diameter is 5 millimeter, outer diameter is 8 millimeter, which means that it is 3 millimeters in thickness. So there you go, between the inner and outer wall of this tubing. Let's go ahead and get that replaced. In an effort to show I'm not just completely flying by the seat of my pants here, I did break out a measuring them stick, and I'm trying to measure them and see approximately how long this thing is. And you know, it got a few curves in it, just causing some sine angle errors. So looks like this thing's gonna be about 9 inches. So 9 inches of tube is what I need. I'm gonna go ahead and get you a quick close-up of this little connector here to show you that it's kind of got a little rib right here, and that's the part that really is holding on to everything. So what you got to do is make sure to take that hose, and when you get them on that rib, you got to make sure to work them down and get them down past that little point right there, and then you screw your cap on. That's how you make an airtight seal. Here's one of those things I was talking about where you got the engineer designing something the mechanics can't stand, right? Understand that I can only put my wrench on right here, and I can only turn that wrench to right there. So in essence, I'm doing just about, but a little bit less than a quarter turn every time I go to turn it. So basically at this juncture, that is 15 quarter turns, and I'm still keeping count. All right, I'm thinking that one there is pretty tight, and that was about 21 and a half quarter turns. 21 and a half quarter turns is what it took to put that guy on there, and that's after I had it on there finger tight. So let's move on down here to this bottom one, and you can see here, quick demonstration, that's all you get out of the turn. That is all you can do. No socket's gonna fit on that. And they do have some specialty tools that you can probably buy for this, but again, I have more time than money, so that's why I'm doing it myself with plain old Pittsburgh Harbor Freight tools. Harbor Freight, the tool for cheap people. Talk to you in a bit. And we're done. We got that piece plugged in there. Got her hooked up here, got her hooked up here, got a little bit of relief on it. It's got a little wiggle, it's pretty good. You know, you have to ignore this here. These are my instructions and owner's manual, stuff like that, you know, but I like to tuck stuff like that back here in the back and kind of get it out of the way just in case I need it in the future, in case I want to read something. But you know, I think I'm going to clean this up a little bit, so I might need to pull that out of there for now. Also, if you take a look, see that flag right there? That's right. You know, oh, they got me. That says assembled in the USA. It don't say made in the USA. And for all of you that were wondering, obviously this thing's on the back of my tailgate, right? Which also means that all this work I was doing while it was unplugged. Look at that plug. Look at that plug. Has anybody seen a plug like that? What does that actually mean? Man, that is some foreign debauchery there. What in the world is going on here? I can tell you what's going on real quick. That there is a 220 volt plug. That means that this air compressor is a 220 volt air compressor. And that this air compressor uses something like this. Boom. That is a 220 volt plug. Now granted, I got this plug whipped up here on a whip. Yep, I got this plug on a 40-foot extension cord. That's a 40-foot, 220-volt extension cord. Man, I could talk about that all day. But either way, it's pretty easy, pretty smart. I enjoy it. It allows me to have 220 volts anywhere I want. Talk to you in a bit. Now plugged in. Alrighty, folks. She is now plugged in. Now we get to see if my little handiwork has actually paid off by going 3, 2, 1, contact. Alrighty, folks. Looks like my work here is done. Oh no, it escaped. You're supposed to be in the house. Hey, where are you going? Go potty. Are you gonna go potty? Are you gonna go potty? Oh, don't nobody want to see that. Oh, maybe she's not gonna go potty. Oh, she did. Right, sorry about that. I had to put the demon child away. Either way, we're done. Looks a lot better. I wiped it down a little bit, and also, by the way, safety first. I did unplug it while I was doing all of that. Key thing here is that, guess what? It's holding pressure. And two, I wiped it down, so now you can actually read what those gauges are saying. It's holding pressure, means no leak. There's no loud hissing. That means everything is good to go. So that's going to be the end of my video. Hopefully you all have a good day, and hopefully this is what we call a viral video. But honestly, I don't know. I'm just recording something. Talk to you in a bit. Bye. So it's back in its home. That's where it sits every day. And for me, this is where I sign off. Yes, it's me. Yes, Marine Corps. I put that shit on everything. Can't show you the ring because it's in the glove. Practicing safety. Trying to keep my hands from getting all that cruddy, nasty stuff on it. But either way, again, I have more time than money. A little bit of ingenuity, a little bit of know-how, a little willing to take a little risk, and honestly, not afraid of much. So there you go. Went ahead and fixed my air compressor, and everything works good for me. So everybody have a good day. Enjoy the video.